Colts Nation, wake up because the silence in Indianapolis just got shattered, and the stakes have never been higher for our franchise. We are standing at a massive crossroads in 2026, and the energy around Lucas Oil Stadium is absolutely electric, but also terrifying. Our season, our future, and our pride are all hanging by a single thread right now. We are building the strongest tribe in football right here. So hit that subscribe button, join our 3,000-strong family, and tell me your city because we are in this fight together. This news changes everything we ever thought possible. The pressure is officially on, and the weight of the entire city is resting on the shoulders of Daniel Jones. Look, we all saw the heartbreak of 2025 when that brutal Achilles injury snatched away what was looking like a legendary campaign for our quarterback. It was a nightmare that none of us wanted to wake up from. But 2026 is a brand new world, and Daniel Jones is finally ready to step back into the fire. This is not just a comeback story. It is a battle for the soul of the Indianapolis Colts. Can he really regain that magic after such a devastating physical setback? The experts are already ranking this offense as the 9th best in the entire league, which is massive praise, but it puts a giant target on the back of Daniel Jones. He has the weapons and he has the protection, but the mental hurdle of coming back from an injury like that is something only the strongest can survive. We are talking about a guy who was finally finding his rhythm in the Shane Steichen system before the tragedy struck. Now, he returns to a locker room that is hungry and a fan base that is demanding results. We are not just looking for a winning season anymore. We are looking for a championship run. Daniel Jones has to prove that his body is ready and his mind is sharper than ever, because this league does not wait for anyone. Do you honestly believe Daniel Jones can lead us to the promised land this year, or are we just setting ourselves up for more heartbreak? The supporting cast is elite, and the offensive line is a stone wall, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to Daniel Jones. We need the explosive, fearless version of Daniel Jones that we saw before the injury. If he can stay under center and command this huddle with authority, the rest of the AFC should be terrified of what is coming their way in the great city of Indianapolis starting right this moment. But wait, it gets even crazier when you look at the engine that is going to keep this machine running while Daniel Jones finds his footing. We have the absolute privilege of watching Jonathan Taylor work, and let me tell you, there is nobody tougher in this league. Last season, Jonathan Taylor was a literal one-man wrecking ball, leading the NFL with 323 carries. He is the definition of a workhorse, and he is the reason defensive coordinators stay awake at night. Behind an offensive line led by the legendary Quentin Nelson, Jonathan Taylor put up a ridiculous 1,585 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns. That is just pure dominance. But here is the raw truth that nobody wants to talk about. How much can one man carry before the wheels come off? The narrative is that Jonathan Taylor is the engine, but even the best engines need a break. He accounted for 84 first-down runs last year, which is just an insane stat. We are leaning on him so hard that it feels like a high-stakes gamble every single time he touches the ball. He has not slowed down yet, but the pressure to repeat that performance in 2026 is massive. Then you have the rising star Tyler Warren, who basically shocked the world as a rookie. Seeing Tyler Warren grab a Pro Bowl nod with 76 catches and over 800 yards was the spark we desperately needed. He is arguably the best young tight end in the game right now, and he gives Daniel Jones a massive safety net in the middle of the field. However, the mood shifts when you start looking at the perimeter because the front office made some moves that have us all scratching our heads. They don't want you to know how thin we might be at wide receiver if things go south. We are banking on individual brilliance to cover up some potentially deep holes in this roster. It is a calculated risk, but in the NFL, those are the kinds of risks that either make you a genius or get you fired. I am losing my mind thinking about the potential of this group if everyone stays healthy and everyone performs at a high level while we march toward the postseason with everything on the line right now. Now, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, because the wide receiver situation is a total mystery wrapped in an enigma. The Colts made the shocking decision to trade away Michael Pittman Jr. to the Pittsburgh Steelers, which felt like a punch to the gut for many of us. To fill that void, the team made Alec Pierce a very rich man in free agency, but the skepticism from around the league is deafening. One scout even went on the record saying that Alec Pierce is not a true number one receiver. That is a heavy statement to make about a guy we just handed a massive contract to. We know Alec Pierce is the best deep threat in the league, no question about it. He led the NFL in yards per catch for 2 straight years and hauled in over 1,000 yards last season. But he did that while Michael Pittman Jr. was drawing all the double teams and the primary focus of the defense. Now, the spotlight is burning bright on Alec Pierce, and he has to prove he can be the guy. He has to show the world that he is more than just a vertical threat who can run past people. He needs to become a technician, a possession receiver, and a leader all at once. And then there is Josh Downs, who is an absolute wizard in the slot, but we cannot expect him to carry the entire passing attack on his own. The true redemption arc here belongs to Alec Pierce, because if he fails to step up, this entire offense could stall out. We also brought in the lightning-fast Deion Burks, who could be a total steal, but he is still an unproven factor in this high-pressure environment. The front office might still look for a veteran in free agency to add some veteran leadership to this group. It is a high-wire act without a net. If Alec Pierce explodes as the primary target, we are unstoppable. If he struggles under the weight of the top role, Daniel Jones is going to have a very long season, and we will all be left wondering what could have been if we had just kept our veteran star in the first place, instead of making this bold move that has every fan in the city questioning everything today. Seriously, I am sitting here looking at this roster, and I am torn between pure excitement and genuine concern. On one hand, you have the best offensive line and the best running back in football with Jonathan Taylor. On the other hand, you have a quarterback in Daniel Jones coming off a career-altering injury and a wide receiver group that is largely unproven in their new roles. It is a volatile mix that could either result in a Super Bowl trophy or a total collapse. I am hearing whispers that the chemistry between Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce in practice has been intense, but practice and the regular season are two different animals. The insider vibe suggests that Shane Steichen is designing plays to specifically exploit the speed of Deion Burks and Alec Pierce, which could make us the most vertical offense in Colts history. But we need more than just big plays. We need consistency. We need Josh Downs to be that reliable chain mover on 3rd and long. We need Tyler Warren to continue his meteoric rise and become a nightmare matchup for linebackers. The raw truth is that this team is built to win right now. There are no more excuses and no more rebuilding years. It is playoffs or bust for Indianapolis in 2026. I can feel the tension building already, and we haven't even hit week 1. It is unbelievable how much talent we have, yet how many questions still remain unanswered. Every single snap is going to feel like a high-stakes movie scene this year. I want to believe that Daniel Jones is the hero of this story, and that Alec Pierce is going to silence every single doubter who says he isn't a true number 1. But in the back of my mind, I know how thin the margin for error is in this league. We are standing on the edge of greatness, waiting to see if we fly or if we fall into the abyss of another lost and painful season while the clock ticks down on our window of opportunity. This is the moment of truth for the Indianapolis Colts, and the entire city is holding its breath. We have a quarterback in Daniel Jones who is fighting for his career, a legendary runner in Jonathan Taylor who is carrying the weight of the world, and a young core that is ready to explode. The narrative of pressure is real, and it is suffocating, but that is exactly where legends are born. We have seen this team overcome adversity before, but the 2026 season feels different. It feels personal. We are not just playing for wins, we are playing to prove that the Indianapolis Colts belong at the top of the mountain. We are a tribe, a family, and we stand together through the injuries and the trades and the doubt. I need to know what you think right now. Is Jonathan Taylor going to smash his rushing record from last year? Is Alec Pierce ready to be the elite playmaker we paid him to be? And most importantly, do you trust Daniel Jones to stay healthy and lead us back to glory? I want to see your fire in the comments below because your voice is what drives this channel. We are pushing for 3,000 subscribers, and we need every single one of you to join the movement. Hit that like button if you believe in this team, and subscribe if you bleed blue and white. We are going to be here every step of the way, reacting to every big play and every controversial move. This is our year to shut the critics up and show the entire NFL that Indianapolis is not to be trifled with. The journey is going to be wild, it is going to be emotional, and it is going to be historic. Get your jerseys ready and get your voices loud because the storm is coming to Lucas Oil Stadium very soon. We are ready for the fight, and we are ready for the glory that comes with it. This is our time to shine together as a massive tribe forever. For the shoe.